Kreider, let me know when we're live.
We're live.
Okay. All right, are we ready to get started on this? We have a motion to transfer venue. I don't see that there was an answer filed. Was there an answer filed to this or a response to the motion to transfer?
Sure, it's filed on November the 24th, and I sent you a letter brief on December 21st.
Okay. December 21st. Okay.
That's the letter brief. And the formal response was November 24th, 30 days before the hearing.
Okay. Interesting. Okay. Let's go ahead and proceed.
Sure.
All right, Your Honor. My name is Laurel Engelman. I represent the defendant, Geico County Mutual Insurance Company, and I filed a motion to transfer venue to the Court of Mandatory Venue under the Texas Insurance Code, Section 1952.110, which I believe governs in this case an action against an insurer in relation to coverage provided, including an action to enforce that coverage, may be brought where the policyholder resides at the time of the accident or where the accident occurred. And as I mentioned, that governs venue and is mandatory. This suit involves determination of coverage. The plaintiff is not entitled to coverage under UM/UIM until the negligence of the tortfeasor and UM/UIM status is determined first. Here, the accident happened in Harris County and plaintiff was residing in Tarrant County at the time of the accident. Therefore, under the Texas Insurance Code, Section 1952.110, venues mandatory in either Harris or Tarrant County. Defendant is requesting that venue be transferred to Tarrant County. And I would say that plaintiff's attorney in his letter brief says he's not making a UM/UIM claim, but he sued defendant solely for that purpose, has not sued any other party, and is making a request for a declaratory judgment in his most recently amended petition. So, I mean, the implication he's seeking UM/UIM policy for the accident at issue. I'm not sure why else he would be suing Geico. Thank you, Your Honor.
Let me ask this. It's an interesting argument, I think, that Mr. Clark is making. Are there any cases that have held that this provision applies to UIM cases?
Let's see. I'm not sure, Your Honor. I would have to brief that issue.
Mr. Clark, do you know?
I do not know, but here's where we are, sir, is the principal place of business, corporate headquarters for Geico was in Dallas County. That's in my response to the motion to transfer venue. That's not disputed. That's uncontroverted. So under the general rule, venue is proper here in Dallas County. And we say two things. One, is their motion to transfer venue doesn't have any evidence attached to it. All it references my original petition. And that original petition has been amended and superseded, is no longer before the court. So right now they have no evidence whatsoever before the court that I'm seeking to enforce the coverage with Geico in this lawsuit. That original petition has been superseded, no longer before the court. And second, even if it was before the court in Brainerd says, look, you don't have a UIM claim unless you determine liability, negligence, causation, and damages. And then at that point in time, you can sue to recover UIM proceeds. We're not even to that point yet. So even if they had evidence before the court, which they don't, it's not an action to enforce coverage at this point in time, because the court in Brainerd says you can't do it in one step, you got to do it in two steps. So we're here on the first step, not the second step yet. So we're asking the court to deny venue transfer and keep it here in Dallas County.
At the very least, I would request that Your Honor hold off on his decision to transfer venue until we have a hearing on special exceptions to the declaratory judgment that the plaintiff's attorney has filed. I mean, I think that this is kind of an underhanded way of staying in Dallas County, because obviously GEICO is being sued for the UM-UIM policy. There's no other reason why GEICO would be included in this suit. And is kind of, as soon as venue is granted, if it was granted in Dallas, he's going to amend his petition, which his original petition when I filed the motion to transfer venue was for UM-UIM. And then the day after I filed that answer, he amended his petition.
I think that's, I'm gonna honor the request made by defense counsel to hold off on this, and I'll hold off on it. Also, just to be transparent, once we get to the actual decision time on this, I would like you to brief the issue of, there's got to be some UIM cases out there about how venue is, I would assume, is treated in these types of cases. And then I just ask a question is, where was the negligent driver located?
He's located outside of Dallas County.
Okay.
Okay. But here's to be transparent as well, if the court please, the court's aware that if there's a hearing or an order entered by the court prior to the venue hearing being resolved, venue should be resolved, and that's a waiver of the venue, right to transfer venue. So if you set a special exception and the court rules on the special exception, that's a waiver of any right to transfer venue. You've got to do the venue first before anything else.
Is that directed to me or to Ms. Engelman?
I guess it's directed to Ms. Engelman and to the court. The court talked about being transparent, so I just want to let the court know that if the court hears a special exception before the venue matter, then
I was simply honoring the request made by the defense counsel. Sure. That's all I'm doing.
Yes,
well, then I'm kind of, my hands are kind of tied then at this point. And I guess based on the defendant's answer, response to my motion to transfer venue, I guess we're just going to have to abide with however you rule on this, Judge.
I mean, couldn't you file a new motion to transfer venue based on the new pleadings, though? That wouldn't waive, I don't think.
The thing is that the amended pleadings only ask for a declaratory judgment, but GEICO is being sued. No other party is being sued. It's just asking for the judge to rule on whether, the defendant, the tortfeasor, was negligent, I believe.
For damages, and that's what Brainerd says is supposed to happen. Is the jury supposed to determine negligence, causation, and damages? Once that final judgment is entered, then we're supposed to make demand on the UIM carrier for payment. And that UIM case is supposed to be brought in the county where the accident occurred or where the plaintiff resides. We're not to that point yet. So that's why venue is proper here in Dallas County. And again, there's no evidence before the court in their motion to transfer venue about any action to enforce coverage at this point in time.
So I'll ask again, Ms. Engelman, do you want to withdraw your motion to transfer venue and reassert it against the new petition, or do you want me to rule right now?
I will withdraw my motion and reassert.
That sounds good. And I'd ask both of you if we do this again, because I don't want to shoot in the dark and I don't want to waste your time. I would really like to see if there's any case law on this issue. It's a logically, I think what Mr. Clark is saying makes perfect sense. I have no desire to be reversed on this issue because there wasn't case law provided that may be, in favor or contrast to whatever decision I made. So please try to research that issue as what is a court supposed to do in this type of situation. There's got to be case law on how to deal with a UAM case, even if it's not binding. So if you guys could try to get that, include
Sure.
that in your briefing. So, all right, guys, anything else?
No, that's good. Thanks so much, Your Honor.
All right, you guys be safe.
Will do.
All right, thank you.
Thanks, Your Honor. Bye-bye.
Mr. Johnson, what are you here for, sir? You need to unmute, sir. You need to unmute, sir. Sir, you need to unmute. I can't hear you. Unmute.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. Can you hear me now?
I can. What are you here for, sir?
I was here. I jumped on a little early, I think, for the Hart case prove up.
Okay, great.
Am I too early?
I mean, it doesn't start till 2, but if everyone gets there early, I can start you guys early.
I don't know if anybody else is on for that
I don't
case,
believe
but
so. And who do you represent, Mr. Johnson? Are you the?
I'm sorry, Your Honor. I'm the annuity consultant that's handling the annuity for the annuities for the 2 children. Small ones in this case.
Yeah, that's what it looked like.
And Your Honor, I believe my affidavit has been filed with the court, but I never know for sure.
Okay.
Hello, all.
Hey, guy. Hey, Michelle. How are you?
I am doing fine. How are you doing, Judge?
Good to see you. I
Good to see
missed
you.
your annual Christmas party this year, as well as many others.
Yes. We thought it perhaps was not it would be difficult to social distance.
Yeah, I think you did absolutely the right thing, but still, God, this Christmas was so different than others.
I agree.
I did go to a couple virtual parties, but they're definitely not the same. So,
Yeah, agree.
how has your practice been with the pandemic? Oh, let me